Bikes, bikes, bikes. Bikes, bikes, bikes. Bikes, bikes, bikes. Hello. 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 You know, I wanted to change that drawing of a chalkboard for today. But when I ate a sandwich for breakfast, and my tummy was really bad. But hello everyone, it's really warm today. Actually, that reminds me, I've not had my hay fever medicine. But hello! Oh, also, I've been struggling. I've been struggling to get the camera to be at a decent frame rate. So, you know, we might be struggling today. But hello everyone. Oh, where's my medicines? Where's my medicines? Oh wait, I need to say hello to everyone. Hello Ellen. Hello Tony. Hello Anthony.
The correct sentence was I was going to change that picture today, but then I saw that smile, that damned smile.
You damn smile. Hello Anthony. Hello Tony. Hello Sarah Dwin. Oh my goodness, trying to say T is hard. I got an us on the very tip of my tongue. Ow. So it's like anything that you need the tip of your tongue for, like to say tip of your tongue. Ow! It hurts. Yeah. I use a nasal spray for my hay fever medicine because the tablet medicine sets off my stomach issue. Oh, it's really mean. Ah, I keep knocking over my glasses cleaner. There we go, though. There we go. Got it. Limit T. Ah, limit. Got it. Limit T. Ow. Ow. Hi, Mama. Oh, tonight does this hurt to me. Do you ever get that thing where, do you know, you just have like
have a dose of
ringing in
liberty.
your ears? Yeah, yeah. Have a dose of liberty. Oh, the also hurts. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The more talk, the better it gets. It's just that when I've not spoken for a while, it becomes all like, you know, dried up and tense, and it hurts. Handcam. Handcam. How does it look? Yeah, you can see this frame rate is... Let me see first. It's going to make my bedroom incredibly warm closing the curtains, but let me test closing the curtain. Actually, wait a minute. I just had an idea. Talan, hello. Okay, is this better? Not much better, if any, at all. What about now? Yeah, it's very blurry today. Sorry, out of the frames, I was hungry. No! Why? So mean. Her body rebels against her, for she has not embraced the strength of steel. Oh my goodness. If I could replace parts of my body, oh my goodness, I might. But yeah, we got these dudes, these jet bike dudes. And I've also got these Reaver dude parts. Oh my goodness, that's bright. Yeah, I got these Reaver parts. You know what? I'm going to try close the curtains. Is that better? Ooh. That's a little better. Turn off these lights. It's still not perfect. Blackness. Okay, that's definitely too dark. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. What if I combine it like this? Okay, does that work? No, it's not better. Okay, go back to... What do you mean, ooh, knife ears? They got jet bikes. They can't be that ooh. Okay, no, that's actually definitely worse, isn't it? Not much better. Yeah, I tried messing with all the settings and I couldn't get any of them to work. Oh, okay, I'm going to open my curtains again because otherwise it's going to get too stuffy in here. I have those thick blackout curtains, so they're very good at also stopping airflow from the windows, and there's very little airflow right now. There we go. Yeah, I've tried. As you can see, I've been trying to fix the frame rate issue, but nothing seems to work. Oh, goodness. By the way, guys, want to see? You know this over here is a white piece of paper. You want to see how my skin looks? There you go. Maybe frames are not in our constellation. Oh, looks like a grey cloud. Grey cloud. Whoa! Your eyes! Flashbang! Ball! Have you tried switching it on and back off again? Back to just hitting it with a hammer? I have. Okay, you want to know? Let's try this. Let's try this. I'll unplug it. It's unplugged. It's unplugged. And then we'll plug it back in. Okay, properties. Configure video. Okay, close your eyes if you got epilepsy or anything. Blah, 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 blah. Apply. Brightness. Okay. It's not that white. You're more like ooh, milky. Maybe. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's pretty bad. I mean, I can make my hand disappear almost. Like move very, very slowly. She's a Milky Bar. No, I got called the Milky Bar kid way too much when I was little because I got glasses on. And at one point I had shortish hair. I was like, oh, it's a Milky Bar kid. It's like, no. We need a high shutter speed. You know, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand this camera. Let me check one of the settings. I just look under the camera though. You know, I can't read that. Looks like your shutter speed. I don't think it has a shutter on it. It's a document camera. Okay, let me flick this switch. Does that help? That's not great. This switch. That didn't help at all. Yeah. Every camera has a shutter. It comes with a camera. No. This camera doesn't have a shutter. It doesn't shut. It's just camera. Yeah, I got sent, yeah, PTSD flashbacks. PTSD, Anthony, so mean. I do that a lot. You'd think I knew of how easy I can find her triggers. Oh, no! Oh. Flying stand, the worst stand known to humankind. Where's my glue? Glue. My face broke. Glue. Glue. Where'd he go? I swear I had some glue somewhere. I swear it was in that drawer. Oh, is it here? Oh, it's this one. It fell over. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I had glue. It was yummers. No, it's not meant to be yummers. Maybe British buddies are just uncreative. Honestly, British buddies are uncreative. Plastic glue. Anthony, share for glue. No, no eating glue. Oh, well, maybe if I turn the brightness down even more, actually. But sometimes that helps. Sometimes that helps. Configure video. Okay, my hands have now become as black as the void. And has it helped at all? No, no, I've just got void hands now. Okay. Okay, properties, configure video. There we go. Ba 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 ba. Spin, 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 spin. Spin me around. Yeah, maybe I need to restart my entire computer or something. Maybe that would help. I would have great nicknames to Bloody Conjuror if I was there. You'd think so, but then you'd just be a British bully as soon as you land here. Doesn't matter where you're originally from. As soon as you arrive in Britain, you become a British bully. If you are a bully. And all your creativity gets leached away and sent to the person you're bullying. Which is why, like, all the British people, why all the British comedians, people love them, because they got bullied a lot as kids. They sapped away all the creativity of the bullies. You have 6 Wind Riders. Yes, 6 Wind Riders in total. Oh, God. Is it cheaper to save money to buy for box sets? I don't think any other box sets have Wind Riders in other than just the normal box set of Wind Riders. Like, if you've got a combat patrol or something that includes Wind Riders, it's probably cheaper to buy the combat patrol. No, I got a 6 on the magazine, 3 comics, 30 quid in total if I hadn't been subscribed. And that's equivalent to 2 squads, which would be 74 quid if I bought them directly from the Games Workshop website. About 60 quid otherwise. No, maybe more. About 50 quid otherwise. Surprised you didn't open the GW website there. I don't need to, I memorised it. Like if you bought it from like a different retailer or whatever, like Element Games or something, usually for about 20% cheaper. Don't tempt her. She's needing to stream, not to read. Yeah, we did our reading yesterday. Although, honestly, I might need to get the Combat Patrol magazine out of the instructions. Oh, these have little numbers on them. This must be one of the newer sets. Now, figure it out, stay balling. Okay, this gun. Now, I can't remember which gun I've got. One of these. I don't know which gun's which. That's the hard part here. How hard is it to build a bike? But Eldor did it and they're not that smart. But Eldor's so smart. They got like the best tech in the galaxy. Outside of net
I was
guns.
baked to stream, not to read.
Yeah. You tell him, Cuptle. Okay, where are they? Nameless Crows, that's the name of my Eldar. Wind Riders, okay, 2 scatter lasers, 1 shuriken cannon. Okay, I'm guessing they're scatter lasers. That's the cannon. And they're the twin-linked catapults. What do you think is better? Scatter laser or cannon? What do you think the scatter laser is better? You're baked all right. Yeah, because you're a cupcake. The cannon and the catapults look around the same since they are both shuriken weapons. Okay, yeah, that's definitely for cannon then. Okay, what do you think? Cannon or laser? Cannon or laser? Cannon has 3 attacks at 24-inch range. Strength 6, hits on 3s, lethal hits. So that means if you roll a 6 to hit to archer wounds. AP -1, damage 2. The other weapon has 6 attacks at 36-inch ranges. At strength 5, no AP and only 1 damage, but it gets twice the attacks. It also has sustained hit, so if you roll a 6 to hit, it gives you +1 attack. Or gives you an additional hit, sorry. Shuriken. I mean, I always imagine for pieces of crystal it fires, or like shurikens. Or shuriken shape. Ow! My tongue. What's all these discard notifications? But yeah, so we got one vote for laser anyway. That's more range, more attacks, but less power, less AP, and less damage. Half the amount of attack, but double for damage. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a gator by the toe. If it bites, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I pick you. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I don't know how to... If it is the shutter speed on this thing, I don't know how to increase the shutter speed on it. Like, there's no button saying increase shutter speed. Wait, which one did it pick? Was it the laser? Maybe we'll go for the laser. Maybe this will help your tongue. I got no tongue! Yeah, choices feels like a wash. They're both good options. I'd say whichever the list is generally is missing. I'm not sure what the list is missing. It's got void. Let's look. What do we have? We have 10 Corsair Void Guard and 10 Corsair Void Weavers, a Spirit Seer, an Autarch, 5 Wraith Guard with Wraith Cannons, 5 Howling Banshees, 2 squads of 3 Wind Riders, and a Wraith Lord that's armed with 2 Bright Lances and 2 Flamers, and a Ghost Glaive. Cupcake Conjuror, I have to inform you that an upcoming game called God Save Birmingham is a survival horror situated in Birmingham. I think that's just a life simulator to learn. That's not a horror game. It might be a horror to anyone who's never been to Birmingham. But if you've been there, you'll recognise that it's actually less horrifying than the real thing. Apparently there's been a bin strike there for weeks now. There was a lot of issues with over... Actually, there's lots of rats in Birmingham right now. Sounds like your kind of the lack heavy infantry weapons, which the cannon. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Howling Banshees are good versus everybody. Battle line, Corsair Void Weavers have blasters, Shuriken pistols, Neuro Disruptors. They're good against normal infantry. And we've got power swords. Have they damaged 2 power swords? No. Oh, wait. No. These guys have Wraith Cannons, long rifles. Executioner. What does a Spirit Seer do? Yeah, maybe we should go for 2 cannons and 1 laser in each unit. Oh, that'd be cool. 2 cannons and 1 laser. So that if we fight orcs or something, the laser would still be useful. Actually, wait, what's better for laser versus orcs? Or Alan Bant is just anti-infantry dumb enough to let them get close. People can't figure out what time period the game takes place. To be honest, if you ever go to Birmingham, you'll have the same issue. You don't know what time of day it is because there's too much smog and you're surrounded by ancient buildings. Next thing. Okay, let me get some dice since we're doing some calculations here. We're doing some calculations. Some blue dice. Okay, so 6 attacks from lasers. Oh, goodness, a blur. Oh, goodness. The exposure. Is that minimum exposure, by the way? 1 sustained hit. Hello. So that produces 2 an extra hit. 2 will miss. Rest will hit. Strength 5 against an orc's toughness 5 is 4. So that's 2 miss, 1 half. And then they get 5+ saves now, don't they? So that'd be 2 dead orcs. The other weapon shoots though. And it goes hits and 3s. Wounds and 4s. Kills 1 orc. Ah. 2 lasers. How will they do against orcs? Sustained hits. Misses. Then you have to roll to wound, which is about half of them. So fails, 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 and 5+ save to 3 dead. Other weapon, 6 attacks, 1 insta wound, 2 fails, 1.5, no, 2 wounds, that's 3 kills. Right, the other was also 3 kills, wasn't it? Just slightly higher with 2 lasers. 6 attacks. 2 sustained hits. 4 misses. Wound on 4s. Save on 5s. Just over 3, while the other is just under 3. Ah. Surprisingly similar against orcs. Okay, how would we do against Tau? So laser would get 6 attacks. That hits on 3s again, so wounds on 3s now. 5 against toughness 3. So that's roughly 2 fail just over. Then 4+ saves. 2 dead. Roughly less than 2. Other weapon, 2 hits, wounds on 2, save on 5. Would only do slightly worse against infantry. Against most infantry, it seems. But has much more potential to kill. If you have a really good roll, the likelihood of it can do better. Birmingham, looking like Dunwall from Dishonored, Delan's family has immigrated to the better lodgings. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it does look a bit... Actually, no, Dunwall from Dishonored looks better than Birmingham, if I'm entirely honest. your kind of place. No, no, Talan, even you don't want to be there. When the game comes out, will you play it for the mem? Maybe, depends on a lot of things. What's that bit? What game? Save, God Save Birmingham or something like that. Yeah, 6 attacks. Maybe, yeah, I think 1 laser to help deal with things like cultists. And help with Overwatch.
I don't know, my eyesight is poor and also you moved it off camera so they can't help you either.
It's this thing. I've never heard of it, but what I would love her to play is Zombie. What's Zombie? I know Project Zomboid. Okay, so that goes there. Oh, it clicks in nicely. This goes here. Oh, so nice. Yeah. Scottish people playing as a Brit surviving in London during a zombie apocalypse. Scottish people are Brits. Scotland is part of Britain. Britain is... a place where I belong. No, Britain's an island. Scots surviving in London. Zombies are scared for their life. Yep. So I never had a zombie game set in Scotland. Zombie virus couldn't beat off us, what's it called? Deep fried fats that we have everywhere. Okay, I don't know if these are meant to be like this, but that's how I want it. Oh, it's Ubisoft. I don't think I will play it then. Not a big fan of Ubisoft. At least not for a moment. Deep fried Mars bars, let's go! Yeah! Oh my goodness, I want a Mars bar right now. Okay, so it goes like that. And this goes up for... No, can't be there. Oh, it goes right here. That goes there. Nice to know. Deep fried butter. Ooh, butterfingers. I don't even know what a butterfinger is, to be honest. Deep fried Milky Way is better. I'm not sure. I think I prefer Milky Ways and they're not deep fried. I love Milky Ways. Oh. Never had one, but Butterfinger's my favourite candy bar. Mariana loves deep fried candies. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of deep fried candies. I just find them hilarious. Or deep fried sweets rather, not candies. Sadly, I am American. It's just caramel covered in chocolate. Wait! Milky Bars... Milky Ways are just caramel covered in chocolate for you. Ours have this really soft, like, almost... Not marshmallow. It's not marshmallow at all. It's like this milky, creamy center. And it's really nice. It's very foamy. It's like, oh, I love it. Yeah, and then it's covered in chocolate. So that's a Mars bar here. No. Mars bars have some caramel in them, but the main part of a Mars bar is something else. Oh wait, this goes here probably. Yeah, this goes here. We have Milky Bars with a mouse inside, with mousse inside. Snickers is the one that's chunk of caramel. No, Snickers has nuts in it. I think. I've never liked Snickers. Mousse. I've never heard of Star Bar. It fits perfectly into there. Is that where it's meant to go? Oh, it is where it's meant to go, it looks like. Okay. And now to make a bike. Free spin, hi. And Captain Jade, hello. I wish Cadbury's never got burnt out. There's so many good Cadbury's, or things that used to be good at Cadbury's. Crunchy bars. Fudge bars, Freddos. Now everything's way more expensive and just tastes awful by comparison. Cadbury was amazing until Heresy bought them out. Yeah, Heresy! Cadbury Cream Eggs used to be good. Now it's just a heresy. Crunchies are great. Chocolate Hufford Honeycomb. They were great. Operative word being were. They used to have a royal seal of approval, but not anymore. In part because of the atrocities that the parent companies committed. Is that what it's meant to be like? Is it meant to have this risen out of it? Let me check. Let me check the website. Oh, it's WR5. How are you doing? Copper coin! Yum, 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 yum. Thank you. Warhammer 40k, Xenos armies. Aldari. Begins with an A, not an E, apparently. Okay, let's look. Okay, so they are meant to come out like that. And...
Oh god, no. Not the website. Mom, please. No god, no.
It's fine, it's fine. I needed to use it as a reference. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Also, it can be like that if you want it to be. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so just 8 Talan's only, Monique. No, Talan is... I've had some of the alcoholic chocolates, but you take... Alcoholic chocolate! No, illegal! You know, since I cut the piece out, might as well just put it in. Also, that was Talan's food, not his money. And it was my food. Where the bike's at, here's the bike. And here's the sprues for 5 more of them. Well, yuck. We're making 6 bikes. Are they going to be renegade pirate bikes? For some... Actually, say renegade. My entire army's based on the Corsairs. And they're all going to be built as like a monster Tyranid hunting party. Which I think is really cool. I was like, hello Tor, how you doing? Oh, maybe this should have been put on first. You know, instructions are for losers. There you go. See, it worked. It worked in the end. Pirate Eldar goes, shoom, shoom, yeah. Had a long day at work, a whole 6 hours. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, my father left for work at 5 o'clock, came back at 10 o'clock. As in the afternoon. He left at 5 a.m., came back at 6 p.m. That was like 10 p.m. 10 p.m. So that was 17-hour day he had. A lot of that was having to travel to and from different places. But still horrendous work day. It did sound horrible. It's like, oh goodness. Sorry about the frame rate for those of you coming in. I've not been able to fix it on the camera. Done 17-hour day before. It's not fun. It's not. I used to work like that. So glad I can run my own hours now. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever be able to accept work like that. I'll just be like, no, you want me to do that? No, I'm setting limits here. You want to get rid of me? Fine. You'll probably do that soon anyway. I have absolutely no trust in companies. Oh. Set your limits because companies don't care about loyalty anymore. Like a little pickaxe, 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 pickaxe. Like, oh, a little pickaxe. Used to do 16 hours a day, 5 a day, 5 during weekends, then 8-hour days. 16 hours a day. That's insane. That's the job you do for 4 months to make extra money fast. What are you making, Cup? I'm making Eldar jet bikes. I just thought of something right this moment. Do you know people complain about GW changing the law of Warhammer? They like to do that a lot. Because Warhammer wasn't even always called Warhammer. It's gone through like 60 different iterations or something stupid. Space Marines have gone through so many iterations. I think we're better for it going through those iterations and changing. There we go. Actually, you know what? I don't want the gun just shooting forward. I want it like turreted. Yeah, 4 10s isn't bad, but 3-day weekend is nice. You worked like that for 5 years before you said stuff it. Yeah, I don't think I could work like that for even a week. I mean, one, my health would stop me. I'd die before that point. The other thing is, though, I just feel like I've been taken advantage of if I was working that hard for a company. Hey, maybe I can understand it. Okay, that's a bit too much. But I just want a bit of spin on it. Yeah, like that. That's good. That looks better to me. It's like do 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 do. Oh, and then you can make sure the bikers looking in the same direction. I've been at this job for 5 years. That's what we were doing, but we've been behind for 6 months. You're on 510s right now. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, they're called speeders in Star Wars, aren't they, for jet bikes? Previous job before this one wanted me to work every day for 10 hours. I was like, nope, I don't work weekends. I worked there for a little over a month. Oh. I want to talk about my landscape for life. It was beautiful. I ran a company of a friend, construction. Also had 7 employees. Ooh. I mean, I could probably see working like that if I owned a company. In the YouTube stuff, I've done a few incredibly long days. But when it comes to working for someone else, I mean, I've watched my parents both work incredibly hard and overwork themselves for companies that ultimately just punched them in the face for the work they gave them, while rewarding people who slacked off and did nothing and stole from them. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going down that route. Hello, Night Parade. How you doing? Reward for hard work is harder work. Yep. The easiest way to run up a company ladder isn't to work hard, it's just to talk a good game. It's to be social. Become friends with a boss. Blame others for your mistakes and failings. Never take responsibility. Well, that's also a very cynical way to behave anyway. Doing okay, just finishing work for the day. Yay! I hope it wasn't a 16-hour work day. Yeah, I've had that stuff. I worked for a family who ran a landscaping company. Their son was a lazy POS who was drunk or high constantly, and I got reprimanded for the boss when I told him what his son did, and he was like, I don't know if I want to fire you or my son. What? Oh, that's horrible. Eventually cut my hours back more and more to where I was only working 2 days a week. You worked at the company for 8 years. And cosmetics will probably do great in an office setting. Sadly, there's not a lot of that around here. So soft firing here. Yeah, companies try when they want to get rid of you, but they don't want to have to pay you out, will try to get you to quit instead. And people wonder where the work ethic's gone. Abuse a generation of workers and the next generation aren't going to want to work for you. Or at least they're going to want to, you know, protect themselves from you or others. There you go. Then I worked at Walmart for nearly 6 years before getting fired for standing up for yourself. Oof. Oh, nice head here. I'll one day go to America and steal from Walmart in your name, Erland. He's already been stealing from Walmart, just not in your name, and he's not had to go to America to do it. If you were thinking to underestimate his theft powers. Don't do that. Don't come to America, save yourself. Yeah, don't go to America, Talan. Don't admit that on stream. They're gonna use my stream in a court. It's like, here's some evidence of you admitting it on this really, really cool VTuber stream. I recommend you all like and subscribe to her. Also, back onto the case of Ceridwen stealing. I'll go above and beyond, plus ultra. So I've been watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Had to guess. Because that's got an anime now, hasn't it? I liked the manga. At least the first half of the manga. The longer it went on, the less I was happy about it. Conjuror, remember my plan to make you famous in the early streams? No. Gets hit by a car heroically. No. To commit a comically huge crime and leave all the evidence on your streams, they'll have to play your streams in court. The idea's still on the table. No! I don't condone any of you committing crimes. Do not commit crimes in my name. Sensia Fricks.
Instructions unclear. Committing Geneva checklist in name of the conjurer.
No! That's exactly the opposite of what I said. Okay, where's the pistols in this kit? Ireland wanted to say, I don't know who Sam Walton is. Boo the censorship. I mean, part of the censorship is partly because I just don't swear. I don't even swear in real life. Sam Walton's evil! Founder of Walmart, the most evil corporation ever made. Actually, maybe he was okay. I don't know. He's not Walt Disney anyway, I guess. Saying women can't be animators. And all sorts of things. Actually, that's not the worst, but that was one of the comments he made that I find absolutely hilariously stupid. Especially since some of his top animations today are animated by women and made by women. Sam Walton hit you with his car. No, his kids understand people just fine. They understand how to hurt them really easily. Cool facts about Sam Walton. He is often photographed wearing a Walmart hat. Ew. Britain used to have Walmart. We got a we got a supermarket named Asda, which is short for Associated Dairies, and that was owned by Walmart for a while. Honestly, it's probably the worst of our supermarkets. The only one I'd say is probably not quite as bad is the rich people one. I can't remember what it's called. The rich people supermarket. For the terrible stuff. That's massively overpriced. Unlike Marks and Sparks, which isn't as overpriced, it's got a quality product at a more reasonable price. Waitrose, yeah, Waitrose is the worst. I've been in Waitrose when I was down south a few times. And every time I was like, what the hell is this? Is this what rich people think is a good price? For terrible... And they make everything super expensive, but the quality kind of sucks. It's like, why is it so expensive when the quality is worse than Tesco? At least M&S has good quality stuff. And it's cheaper. In fact, seriously, when I was at university, I shopped at M&S quite often to get meal deals and stuff. It's like, you know what? This is not badly priced. Marks and Sparks is like northern rich people, which is still poor people compared to the south. I have an e-bike, so I don't worry. about cheap Walmart bikes. Oh. I tried to open a Walmart in Germany. Oh, they tried to open a Walmart in Germany, but people living near it refused to go because it was creepy. They forced the cashiers to stand up and instructed the workers to greet every customer. Oh. Yeah, we never had that at our. I think for a while, there was a short period of time where old people were hired to greet people, but I don't think it did very well. But I don't think they forced. No, they definitely didn't force people to stand. We still have Associated Dairies. It was just bought out. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks even more than it was under Walmart. Lidl is a LeBron James of groceries. Yeah, we have Aldi and Lidl over here. People always go on about how cheap Aldi is for how good its products are, but I'm not really a fan of them. Because one, often the products aren't that good. They're overrated. They're cheap and you pay for cheap stuff. And they're very clearly cheap when you have them. At least that's what I personally find. And when you look at the ingredients and the stuff they use in it, it's like, yeah, this isn't great. Because obviously I look at the ingredients of everything due to my stomach issue. Lidl, we've only been to a couple of times. It's okay. Oh, these go here. Da 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 da. Gotta love Audi and Lidl. Your e-bike is illegal in Britain because it's a class 3 bike. Oh. Tesco is currently in the rough waters and is losing a lot of money for their recent policies. Or removing their DAI support policies that made them unable to discriminate based on race and sexuality. Oh. Yeah, Tesco's done a couple of weird things past few months. But yeah, let's not talk about DAI. Imagine a Games Workshop Walmart. Do you mean just a massive Games Workshop superstore where you can buy every single Warhammer set, including Forge World? Wait a minute, if they do have that, that's called Warhammer World. It's got a pub inside it, apparently. And I think Element Games also is quite massive and has a pub inside it, and it sells all sorts of war game stuff, not just Warhammer. Those are the two biggest shops I know of in the UK in terms of, you know, like superstores for Warhammer and related, well, not related, but, you know, wargaming stuff. When they opened a Domino's Pizza in Romania, it was considered fine dining because the pizza cost so much. Oh, yeah. Similar things have happened in Britain. Often, you know, certain fast food places come in and it costs so much that it's considered relatively fancy. Like in the north, McDonald's is often considered. You want to go to McDonald's? It's a special treat because it's so expensive. And that was back when it was still considered cheap. Then the government subsidies. Walmart also pays employees so little. Yeah, that's actually something we have in Britain. Because our government also subsidizes low wages and stuff. And a lot of companies take advantage of that. Especially supermarkets and stuff. Not all of them, but some of them definitely do. And they've been getting in hot water for public eye for it. But yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He's got like a dark Druakai helmet on. Drukavi, sorry. Lasers. Gourmet Mackeys. Yeah. Burger King's very expensive here, but I think at least around like where I live, Burger King's pretty decent. It's better than the McDonald's is anyway. Imagine a Games Workshop restaurant where you get a box and you have to build your own food. That would be like an IKEA restaurant. Oh, I want to go to Warhammer World now. They've got a pub there. You can buy Bugman's beer. Apparently. Get in a box of corpse start. I don't think they'll be allowed to name it corpse start. Box boss, surely. I wonder if they sell food at Warhammer World. The nuggets would be puzzle pieces. They don't let you eat them until you solve a puzzle. Then they start suing other companies that also make food. I want to go to Warhammer World myself so much. Same. Last thing Warhammer World needs is greasy fingers touching every box. Talan, they're already greasy. They're nerds. They're what? Ow! That one of them was a bear. Banana. Hi, Baya. How you doing? Hello. Big love heart to you. Not to anyone else, only Briar. Oh, imagine Nurgle's specialities. Oh, goodness. Nurgle's speciality bruncheon. That's some mad discrimination. Okay, everyone gets a love heart. All of you get love hearts. Big old love hearts. Oh no, my fingers. They're glued. They're glued. Can't bring my hands apart. Headbutt. It worked. Nurgle food would include a lot of pudding and mushrooms. Mushrooms. Ow! Is it because Briar is cuter than us? Yeah. And she's got big extra eyes. Corn would just be buying a hammer and letting go. And going ham on a cow outside. Going ham on a cow? Don't you mean going ham on a pig? Pigs in blankets! My tongue hurts. Since food would be that pufferfish dish that has a 50% chance of killing you painfully. Oh. No, since food would all be vegan alternatives of a food you love. It's like you buy a bacon sandwich and it turns out, no, it's not bacon, it's fake bacon. No! You know that's the kind of thing Cinch would do. Slash can starve. So Lanesh's would just be over-the-top meals, like, do you know, 6-course dining. I just put some fish burgers in the frying pan. Gone lazy today. Oh, yeah, no, that sounds like a proper meal tour. Yeah. Oh, that means I was less lazy with cooking than you were because I made a pasta sauce today. And I cooked up some pasta. Made a pasta sauce using some tomato puree, some chives and other stuff, and some chicken and, you know. Good old roasted meal. That would give you a whole meaning to finger food. Remember, Slanesh is a god of excess. People who love to eat will fall to Slanesh. A rare occasion, Cupcakes making food, making more of an effort than me in the kitchen. Yes, I was just going to throw some chips and some chicken into the air fryer, but I wasn't really feeling that. So I was like, no, that's just going to make me feel ill and sad. So I get something proper today. Also, I'm not a cat. I'm a cupcake. I didn't eat yet today. I'm pretty sick. When I'm sick, I like to pretend I'm a sick Victorian child. So, no, you gotta eat. When you get ill, you should eat more food, Talan, not less. CatCon. I'm not a cat. Oh. Omnisire, save me. Omnisire, save me. No, I'm not a cat. You made a bowl of cereal, yeah. I had vitamins and some antacids and coffee this morning. Ooh. This morning I had a cupcake. No, I didn't have a cupcake. I had a ham sandwich for breakfast with some cola, except for my tummy was super bad afterwards. Raya shows up, stream dies momentarily. Raya, why would you do this for us? To us? Remember, every like on stream is another prayer for Omnisire and helps the stream not die. Yeah, evil laugh. No! Death to... No, don't do death to the Omnisire.
Death to the Omnisire.
No! I think Saint's food would be very filling, but would have no nutrition. She'd end up starving on a full stomach. Oh, so it would just be full of fibre then. Like, it'll just be full of bread and rice and stuff. And not good rice, it would be white rice, which is very filling and very fattening, but doesn't have as much nutrition in it and stuff. Do you see the Briar plush? Yeah, I saw the Briar plush, it was cool. I'm kind of jelly. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal the Briar plush and sell it as a cupcake plush. Are we getting a plushie? Or is the plan still? I want to get a Cuptle plushie up and running.
Step 1, be Mechanicus. Step 2, go to the Noctis Labyrinth. Step 3, learn the truth. Step 4, rip out your implants while you still can.
I kind of want to make a Cuptle plushie or like cupcake plushies, but I also want to make soap. I also want to get some handmade soaps based on each of the cupcakes. Because that way, you'd have to buy more of them. Like, you'd only ever buy one plushie, right? But if I sold a bunch of soaps, then you'd use a soap, hopefully, not smell a lot, and then you'd run out of soap, and then you'd have to buy more. And I'd be like, money, 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 money. Corn food is a knuckle sandwich. Cat plushie. No, no cat. Nurgle dining, your average VTuber cooking. Oh no. Step 1, be mechanicus.
What are your thoughts on my cupcake monster? I saw you reacted.
Ah, it's cool. It's also terrifying. Ah! Like most Oblivion monsters, it's kind of terrifying. 6'4" cupcake body pillow. Like, I'm not making a body pillow. I am a wholesome say-so VTuber. We are not doing body pillows. Yesterday we established Cupcon is a carton of milk taller than you. A very big carton of milk. Body pillows are not loo. I know what people do with those body pillows. I've seen enough internet memes. Stab. 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 Ugh. A body pillow that's just a bunch of cupcakes stacked up on one another? That could be cool. Buy a body pillow when... I think Briar already has a body pillow. A Dakimura. I'm pretty sure she had. Haven't you? Or was it a GoFundMe for one? Not GoFundMe, one of those things. For art just being drawn right now. Oh my goodness, see? She's already getting body pillows. Cupcon operates on a you are degenerate until proven say so principle. To be honest, that's kind of how I have to work. There's too many degenerates out there. I'm not sure, I don't know. Neither of those units of measurements. Are we talking a pint or a quart? A pint or a quart? We clearly follow different VTubers. When I follow, gave herself 3 days food poisoning trying to cook fish. She also made ramen that tasted like soap. What? Cupcake operate. Yeah. This carton of milk is 200 squints. No. Cartons of milk are in liters. Well, no, that's the only good measurement of cartons of milk. Yeah, they're meant to be like this, right? Wait, is that... They're meant to be like this, so they're kind of downwards. But I kind of want them more like this. So it's, you know, looks more like it's going to cut you in half. Same feature, but also eat shower Skittle soup and shower jerky. Ew. It wasn't cilantro. Some people taste cilantro as soap. Cilantro! Coriander! That's coriander, isn't it? 250 squints to a pint. I only measure my liquids in pocketfuls. I can't send a milk gives no. No, 12 pocket. Those are tiny pockets. Are you wearing women's clothes, Talan? The ones that have pockets, because they're still tiny pockets. A cupcake, yay!
Thank you becoming a cupcake apprentice. Emiliano Gala Ija Serbantes.
I'm sorry, Cuptle might have butchered your name, but hello, Milano! Welcome, and thank you for becoming a cupcake maid! Apprentice, sorry. You now got access to cupcake magics, which means you can start turning people into cupcakes. Yay! Oh, thank you very much. Women's clothes don't have pockets. We drink tobacco. We drink cola!
I shall improve upon my cupcake monster further. I'm looking into character creation mods. Expect updates at some point.
Ooh! I'm expecting like just full-on cupcakes now. Do I need to go and back to modding Skyrim and stuff and adding a cupcake race to Oblivion Remaster and the original Oblivion as well? Because I would. Don't ask that so casually. Nah. Cuptle needs to have a sit down after that. Their tongue needs to untangle itself. You.
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
276 kilos of wood. Yay. Cut back. Be a furry in that game for character creation. No, we won't be a furry. So you're sure you cannot make a spell to conjure a single cupcake? I can make spells to do that. Oh, in Skyrim, you mean? Yeah, I mean, I could probably make a cupcake model, add it to the game, or it's something like that. Well, that's a lot of effort. You know? Like, I'd have to create a 3D cupcake model. In Oblivion, not Skyrim. Nobody's talking about Skyrim anymore. No. We love Skyrim. I'm gonna go back to Skyrim. Quit Oblivion, it sucks. Worst game ever made. Don't know why they remastered
Curly
it.
whirly.
So I'm joking. Okay, in Oblivion we could make a cupcake spell. It would just require me to add a cupcake model to the game and then give it like animations and stuff. Curly whirly, curly whirly. Oh, curly whirlies were good chocolates. I didn't mean modding. Oh, so like just me personally adding a spell into Oblivion. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Odessa Sky Oblivion for a copy of Oblivion. Yeah, they did get a copy each. I saw that. It was kind of cool. I bet Todd aged 100 years and that happened. Nah, Todd loves giving away free games. If you personally email Todd, I bet you he'll give you a free copy of one of his games. Just email him saying, I'm too poor to be able to afford this game. Could you please give me a Steam copy? And he'll be like, yeah, here's his code. Bet. Can't confirm. I just bet he would. And if he didn't, it's because he's evil and cynical and horrible and he hates everyone in the world. Heard it here first, folks. So now he has to give it to you for free. Oh. Sky Oblivion mod probably had a moment of much screaming. Like much screaming in anger at the release of Oblivion. Screaming in happiness at the release of Oblivion Remaster.
Your dyslexia will not save Glenn, he said. I bet Todd aged 100 years. Freaky rat that he is.
Oh, you bed Todd. Why would you bed Todd? Why are you bedding Todd to learn? First to fire Antronarchs, now Todd. I personally emailed Todd asking for a free game. He would run to my location and beat me up with a spoon. Oh my goodness, Talan is really freaky. Oh, 100-year-old Todd. That's Talan's type, apparently. Look at those six-packs.
Original Oblivion would create more cursed things that the remaster due to lower graphics but still may have created many cursed creations.
Yes. Exactly. All the cursed creations. Yeah, but we might get to play ES6 early. If I to unleash my freak for even a single message, Conjuror would melt to a puddle. No, you would melt to a puddle. Because, you know, I would melt you. Even every single time you think about posting something freaky, I get closer to your location with a melter gun. Actually, scratch that. I'm using an Eldar fusion gun. That's terrifying. Don't threaten him with a good time. And that goes to all of you, by the way. Every single one of you. And if you think I can't get closer to all of your locations at the same time, you're wrong. Spam thinking freaky thoughts in the middle of a field so Conjuror has to feel the sun and touch grass. No, that doesn't help. It's if you think about posting something freaky. I mean, if you want to sit in the grass being freaky with your mind, that doesn't affect anything other than how people perceive you. This is how I take Conjuror on a walk, by the way. I don't walk anywhere. I'm too ill. Destroyed, utterly reduced to atoms.
I don't walk, I strut.
Yeah, Cuptle struts. He's like boom, 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 boom. Cuptle has his own like theme music when he's walking anywhere. And it's like super cool. JoJo characters would be like, oh my goodness, is that the main character? Just this little turtle. Now I kind of want to make an isekai anime, right? Called the main character of his stories, a little turtle. Or a little tortoise. But your main character that you follow isn't the tortoise. It's just like this random, very generic dude. And he seems kind of cool. But then he comes across the actual main character of the story. And you realise that main character's pathetic compared to the true main character. Cuptle walks the vtuber all over. I have no idea what that sounds like. You know what? I'm googling it. YouTube vtuber oro. It's a JoJo music. Yeah, this music. No, it's cooler than this music actually. Yeah. I would play it, but you know, I can't because the stream would get demonetized instantly. But yeah, just Google it and you can hear it. It's some JoJo music. Oh no, Cupcake Conjuror's 2 cents revenue. Hey, I earn way more than 2 cents on each stream. It's like 50p. JoJo music is top tier. I'll try to believe you. You get no money from me. No! You get 50p's for a stream. If that's how you want to read that. No, 50 pence. Depends on the stream. Sometimes I've forgotten like a couple of quid just from ad revenue. It's like, oh my goodness. Pirate head. And contractually obligated to make everyone I know watch JoJo. You're not allowed to. I can't get into JoJo for some odd reason. Yeah, it's terrible. That's why. I'm only saying that because it upsets Delan. For one reason. For one reason to bind them all. Making Conjuror watch JoJo is the hardest battle of my life. He can't win it. Because I've already watched JoJo and I hated every second of it. In fact, there's one negative review on every single JoJo episode and every single review site for Earth. And that's me. And all the review says is that a rat likes this anime. That rat is dumb. Oh, I don't know. I just can't sit through an episode for some reason. I lose my interest very quickly. I know people say the first seasons are hardest to watch. Yeah. Hello, Sophony Rose.
I will pay you €1.34. All the money's in my account to watch the first episode on stream.
No, I'd rather you keep your money and take care of yourself, Talan. I'd feel bad if I took all of your money. You know? Take care of yourself with €1.34. You think so little of me. Hey, you can invest it. You can save it. I don't know. Hey, if that's all the money you have, I'd rather you didn't spend it on... Where do these two magnets come from? I was just trying to clip stuff and then suddenly two magnets appeared. What? You go there. Okay, we're starting a potluck. I'll throw in $1. You finally found him. Yeah, but just magically appeared in the clippers. Okay. So, yeah, I'm giving him a sword, by the way, from the Corsair pack.
I think the answer is obvious. Your hand got too close to the box of magnets and attracted more magnets. Chicken jockey.
No, the magnet box is closed. And it's nowhere near me. Like, it's on the other side of the room. Like, I can't even reach there if I try to.
Obviously aliens.
Alien! Xenos! No, I think it's just the magnets I lost a while ago. Must have got them stuck somewhere. I got them stuck to this. Oh, it's Cinch's doing. Oh, it could be Cinch's doing. Yes. Actually, I have been looking at how to make my Night Lord's army a Cinch army since I don't want to put noise means in it at the moment. I've decided I want to limit myself to only 1,000 points. So I'm thinking replacing the Hell Brute with a Forge Fiend and instead giving the Hell Brute to the World Eaters. Then I have to have 5 Havocs in it. I have to have
Song
10
of Summoning
Legionnaires.
Magnets.
Song of Summoning Magnets. Oh, magnets, how do they work? They work through magic. Magic. Woo! Yeah. Oh no, what else I wanted to talk about? Yeah. So they have to have 10 Nemesis Claws in the army. They have to have 10 Legionnaires and 5 Havocs. Because the Legionnaires and Havocs are what we get in Combat Patrol. And the 10 Nemesis Claws are the ones they already have. And Nemesis Claws are basically just Night Lords.
Cannon of Casualty. Destroyed lands profile pic.
No, we're not going to destroy Talan's profile pic. That's made by Mariana. We love Mariana. She's a fellow VTuber. Mariana Cross. I know it's Mariana Cross. I always hear it as Mariana Cross. Mariana Cross. Have you ever heard the song Mariana Cross? Cannon of Casualty. That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It is. Definitely Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm joking. I'd have no idea if it is or isn't. But it definitely sounds like one. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Run up a bloody Mary. Mariana Cross. Oh! Bam, 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 bam. To be fair, if it was Yu-Gi-Oh, it would actually be Casualty Cannon in retrospect. Okay, Casualty Cannon sounds like a cool card. It's another Holy Mary, Mariana Cross. Yeah! I woke up to a beautiful singing. What happened? You weren't on my stream then. Hi, Mal. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Mariana Cross. Not just another Holy Mary. Mariana. Look at these guys. Actually, it's more like it should be this way. But like both of them shooting at the same target, going do 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 do. And pistol, sword. But blur at least is cool for them moving like super fast sort of idea. You just woke up. You just woke up. Oh my goodness. Wait, it's late for you, isn't it? You need your sleep. Anyone heard of a TV show, Ewoks? No. Ewoks are the worst. it's eepy time. Good night, Mal. I hope you sleep well. Mariana, Mariana, cry. Ba, 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 ba. Mariana, Mariana, cry. My gosh, Ewoks are best. No, Ewoks are the worst. Here we hate Ewoks and what they did to Star Wars. Everything bad that's ever happened in Star Wars is to blame on Ewoks. I'm joking. I wish they had a missile launcher. That just seems fitting. But only with a base stat line, not the anti-armor stat line. What, these guys?
Magnets are actually caused by electrons orbiting around the nucleus of the atom at the same pace within the atoms of a material, mostly iron.
Cobalt and nickel can do this. Yeah. And magnets are not to be confused with electromagnetic radiation. Yeah, there's a cartoon spin-off of Star Wars that I think was supposed to be a prequel to the film. There was another called Droids that followed C-3PO and R2D. I think I've seen the Droids one. I need to watch Skeleton Crew. I've heard that Skeleton Crew's really good. I've heard Acolyte's kind of terrible. But for Audience Score 4, it's not actually too bad, so I'm thinking about giving it a chance. And I've heard some different things about it. Unfortunately, a lot of the detractors always end up having some negative, weird point about it. Like, it's bad because there's a woman in it. There's not meant to be women in Star Wars. It's like, what? I can't take your point seriously. But then sometimes when things are bad, it's just like people make up all sorts of reasons of why it's bad, but not actually saying why it's actually bad. Like, oh, it's bad because it's got terrible writing. But saying it's got terrible writing is a very vague point. Hating is my job. I don't want to be unemployed. Flipping magnets, how do they work? Have you ever heard of a show? Harlock My Arcadia, because I love that show. It's what got me into anime. Never heard of it, sorry. I'm almost getting Employer of the Month, and they let you lick the company lollipop when you get Employer of... Ew. Currently the lollipop has a 20 kill streak. Oh no. Whoa, 40k, let's go. Hi, Salsa Slayer. We're currently...
Electromagnetic radiation refers to several different types of things that act in a wave ranging from radio waves to nuclear fission.
Yeah. But they all mostly have the same sort of base reason for occurrence anyway. You can explain all of them with the same sort of basic principle. It's a spectrum. What a nerd. I will not work towards making it canon. Making an Eldar army. Yeah, we got these Combat Patrol magazines, and each magazine has, well, different units in and stuff, and it has, in the end, you get a Combat Patrol for Eldar, a Combat Patrol for Photon, a Combat Patrol for Chaos Space Marines, a Combat Patrol for Tyranids, Space Marines, World Eaters, Gene Stealer Cults, Orcs, and Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum. And currently we've had the Tyranids, the Space Marines, which we put into our 40k Templar army. And we now got for Eldar. And next is going to be Chaos Space Marines. Although we just lost one of the handlebars when I was trying to place this. I don't know what happened to the piece. We built for Tyranids already. Yeah. I can show you some of the. Oh, I can show you the thing that we built, the Hive Tyrant, and some of the Eldar, because we already built the Farseer, where actually it's going to be used as a Spirit Seer, and the Guardians, which we turned into Corsairs. The Battle Line version, because they already had some Corsairs, the Elite version. Okay, I don't think I'm getting the handle back. Oh yeah, we got a Wraith Lord too. Yeah, one of the magazines had a Wraith Lord in it, which is actually a really good price for a Wraith Lord. We gave it 2 Bright Lances. One of them's some for Guardian kit, which is why they're 2 different sizes. Don't drink Fanoan oil! Forget about the Space Marines because we converted them into Black Templars. Yeah! But yeah, so we got, we're converting all of our Eldar into Pirate Eldar, Corsairs and stuff. So here's our Pirate Wraith Lord.
You need some liquid skill. Drink Null oil. No!
Don't drink Null oil. So there's like the head of a Hive Tyrant on its shoulder. It's got the head of a Gene Stealer in its hand. No, a Hormagaunt in its hand. And it's covered in battle damage. These are like monster hunters. They hunt Tyranids down. It's covered in, it's meant to be purposely covered in scratches and bullet holes and stuff. I need to get a proper model drill. So yeah. I also rebuilt its knee. So I could move a leg position. And here is our Hive Tyrant. Because I play Black Templars and I'm making a 30,000 point army of them, we didn't need a second Librarian Terminator. Well, I didn't need a second Chaplain Terminator. Because I already had the Leviathan kit. So, and I converted one of these guys into a Chaplain. And so, yeah, I use the Librarian Terminator as, you know, Of a hive tyrant to chow down upon. And we got this one for magazine too. Yesterday's stream we were reading the lore of the magazine, which talks about the Silver Templars and Ultramarines' primary successor
Yo,
chapter.
I heard oil. That stuff is mine.
Oh, there's his foot. No, don't eat it. The corpse's face, a straight W. Yeah. I love this guy. But yeah, we're making a pirate arm. We still got some Wraithguard to get and some Howling Banshees.
Drink Kagarak's Earthshade.
I'm falling over. There we go. And here's for some of the Guardians. Well, he's not a Guardian. What about making Black Templars or Blood Angels army? But I already have 2 armies as it is. Yeah, I understand that. I don't have the space for most of my models. But yeah, this is how we converted our Guardians into Corsairs. We gave them all power swords. Oh, I gave them like Tyranid bits. So like, look at this guy's backpack. He's got like these 2 Tyranid spikes coming from it as decoration. Then we got another guy who's got a Corsair helmet head. And he's got some Tyranid pieces somewhere. Where's your Tyranid piece? Oh yeah, he's got a Tyranid barb at his side. And this guy's got a big old Tyranid Carnifex too as a trophy. And we've all got power swords. And actually, technically, I don't think this guy's sword's a power sword because it doesn't have a little bauble on it. Oops. Delicious oil, yummy tummy. Stop drinking for oil and for Agrax Earthshade. We're not comfort foods. You know what? Talan said not to be political. We're about to be political. Black Templars look for best when used as pavement notion. No! And here's our... Oh gosh, she's too bright. So they gave me Tigerius as well in one of the magazines. And I converted him to a Black Templar chaplain. The other chapter librarian offers Ultramarines. I ripped... Oh yeah, that's it. For librarian Terminator, I used Tigerius' head because it's screaming. For the librarian Terminator that was on the base of a Hive Tyrant. Oh, I love this guy with his dual axis. That's sexy. Yeah. Stop eating all the stuff. And SW05, you're going to get banned for talking badly about the Black Templars. They're the most beautiful chapter who would never hurt a fly. Now I feel like I need to add some more damage to this bike since it lost its handlebar. It lost its handlebar mustache. Lotion you put on a pavement. Loads chainsawed with theoretical intent. Loads plasma pistol. No, wait a minute. Motor gun. I love motor guns. There we go, some scratches. Need to care for your pavement. Oh, wait, for fighting. Who's winning? It's even. Dual swords. Oh, that's a hard hit from SW05. Oh, but K-Tax. Oh, K-Tax dodged. One crit here could cinch it. Oh! Oh, final hit was a crit. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, K-Trax. That final dodge from SW05 plus V. Hit the final crit. Only I can rig matches. I love how GW said it was going to be Year of Chaos, but hardly anything Chaos. Wait, what do you mean hardly anything's come out for Chaos? I think Year of Chaos started in September last year. And since then, you've had the new Death Guard, the new Emperor's Children, the new World Eaters, well, for Death Guard Codex, World Eater Codex, the new units for both of them, all the Emperor's Children's models. The Chaos Knights are still about to come out. I think they're next. Well, no, they're after the Space Wolves, probably. And you had the... Yeah, and you've also got the Thousand Sons were announced with their new unit. It's not been too bad for Chaos. Also at this point, we've also had a release in Warhammer Fantasy, or Old World, sorry, where the Chaos came back in Old World and had a bunch of new models as well. Well, I mean, for World Eater's got a new model, so did the Death Guard. I'm pretty sure Death Guard got a new model. And for Emperor's Children got a load of new models. Yeah. We're getting Sangor soon. And Thousand Sons have an announcement for some new models. I mean, it's not been as big as what people wanted, but to be honest, I think Chaos haven't been doing too badly. Like, most of them have, like, all of them have, actually, wait a minute. No, Death Guard got an 8th edition release. Korn recently had a, I say recently, in the last couple of years, had a range revamp. So... Yeah, Death Guard.
We got a lot of Chaos-themed official dice. Chaos stays winning. Send 20 billion towards the Zingers line.
Yes. Yes, Chaos-themed dice. No, I don't know. 7th was Thousand Sons, 8th was Dawn God, 9th was World Eaters, 10th was Emperor's Children. At least you're doing better than Dark Eldar. Okay, do you want to know how badly Dark Eldar are doing? I don't think they've got a single new model since the time I quit years ago and came back. Not a single new model. And for Space Wolves, I've also only had, I think, 2 new models in that time. By random, definitely not Weaver Squad. And this one Lord we've got. Lilith, is Lilith a new model? Maybe. I know that Dark Elder were relatively new when I quit. Relatively new. I quit just before Age of Sigmar came out. Or when it was announced, rather, that it would be coming. I quit before it actually did hit. I think Drassar is too. She's got the facelift that is worse than the old model. Let's look. Let's look. You got me onto the website now. Good job. Oh, kill team update. Lily. Oh yeah, that might be new. Don't know when it came out. Don't say anywhere here when it came out. None of these seem new. And which other one did you say is new? Oh yeah, they got cafe in Old World, yeah. To be fair, I don't think Dark Eldar need new models. I think all of these models are really, really nice. Like, if we're going to get new models, I think they'll be... I would rather them be additions to the range rather than changes. I don't know, I think the Lilith model looks pretty cool. While it needs to go plus ultra. Oh wait, this might be a new model range. Hand of Archon. It doesn't look new, it just looks like the same old Raider kit. Not Raider, whatever you call them. Cablite Warrior kit, just with kill team.
If you could give a Chaos model a rework, which one would you choose?
Maybe they are new models. I mean, it looks very similar to the Cablite Warrior kit. If I could give a Chaos model a rework, I'm not sure. I'd want them to re-release the old giant models they had for the demons. Yeah, it doesn't show the kit here.
Chaos Spawn.
Okay, I guess the eagle doesn't mean... No, not Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn model is cool. Oh, I love all these models. I had so many for... I had a Void Raven, but I had 2 of them. I had these guys. I had a load of old metal models for them. I only used the female bodies. And traded for them. Just busy oogling for models instead of answering questions. We are so doomed. No, I was talking about the chaos thing. I don't know what. I don't have a model that I want to be revamped. Man, my buddy wants me to get into Sigmar as well, which is like, come on, my wallet can't handle this. Yeah, I understand that feel. I don't know what Chaos would need. Space Wolves definitely need a new stuff. Have you seen how old these models are? I think he's new. But that model's old. Well, that's new, actually. Old, old, old. Ancient. These are like ancient models. Older than the Dark Eldar. Well, these are just normal Space Marine models. Half of which you would even use in a Space Wolf army. Where's the other actual Space Wolf models? Really old model. Really old models. Actually, I think they might be the newest Space Wolf models. Outside of the ones that have been released since Primaris. Old, old. Really old. There we go. First the Grey Hunters. First like their tactical marines. The Wolfen. Are they new? I can't remember for Wolfen. Maybe they are newer. Yeah, they might be newer actually. I don't remember them existing before. Yeah, the new models of Space Wolves look absolutely amazing. Yeah, but the blood cars are also old. The very first spawn model's very tiny compared to others. Oh yeah, here we go. Reavers. Space Wolf Reavers. They just look like Reavers. They don't even look like Space Wolves. Oh yeah, have you seen the Black Templars? You can no longer buy first spawn Crusader squads. Like, look at this. Like, there's no more first spawn Crusader squads. Wait, where's the Primaris Crusader squad? It's sad. But it's not that sad, to be honest. We don't need them. But we're getting a new codex soon, so it looks like that they're going to be put into Legends. This Gamaldus model is, yeah, this is a new model. This is Primaris version. Yeah. Oh gosh, I got just super distracted from doing this. Not enough space for these wolves. As a Morkai would make money as an upgrade sprue. That's sad. Yeah. Well, at least the new models that are coming look really, really good. I think people are a bit disappointed that it doesn't look like they're going to get a new Lehman Russ. Which we're hoping they do. I'm hoping they do because maybe that means we're going to get Rogel Dawn Primarch for Black Templars. I don't know what models they're going to give for Black Templars unless we get like Sword Breath and Terminators or something. Because there's no... The Black Templars didn't have exactly a great deal of stuff. Oh, we might get a new version of the Redemptor, maybe. But I think what's most likely to happen is that we're just going to get a single new model release. Apparently it's rumored he came back in law, so who knows? Yeah. We'll get Breacher teams. Oh, we could get Breacher teams, maybe. I'm thinking what they'll do is they'll re-release a Marshal. They'll make a new Marshal model that has more weapon options on it, maybe. Or a... I don't know. Because the Black Templars, in all the years that they've released Black Templars, have never had a new model. In terms of like a new unit type. Instead they just had new models of the units they already had. Like we got a new Crusader squad. We got new Sword Brethren, but we already had Sword Brethren, we already had Crusaders. We got Castellans, but we already had Castellans. We got Marshals, but we already had Marshals. We got Hellbrecht, but we already had Hellbrecht. We got Grimalders, but we already had Grimalders. Emperor's Champion, but we already had an Emperor's Champion. It's just been the same since since the first data sheets were ever released. They've never had new data sheets. Well, the only exception is the Land Raider Crusader, which everyone gets access to. Just we could put multi-mounters on ours. Update to Centurion models. That's your Imp Fist model. You get better baby carriers. Maybe. It's hard to know. You know? I mean, people are I think sword breath in Terminators is something that people want. Or maybe it'll be like a Marshal with it could be we could get a Marshal with a jetpack or Marshal in Terminator armor. I think we could potentially get that. Looking at the World Eaters and the Death Guard, I think that's what's most likely going to happen. Since we already had a Primaris range refresh, similar to the World Eaters and similar to the Death Guard, I think that's the only thing we're going to get. I want Raven Guard to get some love. I want Corvus as a split model like Marathi. Ooh, that could be cool. Raven Guard won't get a release this year, it looks like, because I think Salamanders are the other chapter that's going to get a release. And I imagine the Salamanders will finally get their chapter master as a model. Which, if you want to feel bad for any Space Marines, not even having a chapter master. One of the most popular chapters. Wait, yeah, they don't have a chapter master for Salamanders as a model yet, do they? He was summoned. He was summoned. But yeah, I just do. Yeah, they do. Falcon. Oh, is he the chapter master? Wait, does he already have a model? Okay, that's fine then. I thought they just had one of. I thought it was the first company captain that had a model. Pretty sure he is and does. You know what? I'm gonna look now. Website! Salamanders. There you go, back to the site. What can he stand? Is he the chapter master? Forge Father. Is the chosen of a chapter and carries 3 of the most sacred relics. This pack contains Captain Folk. He's a captain. He's a Forge Father. Does that mean he's a chapter master? Not sure it does. Well, Adrax is 3rd company. Okay, I'm going to the other. Who can he stand? Salamanders. Okay, no, the chapter master is known as Tushan. Tushan is the current chapter master of the Salamander Space Marines. During the Second War of Armageddon, Tushan valiantly led his chapter in defense against the beleaguered hive world of Armageddon. Tushan has been recognized by other chapters of the Adeptus Astartes as being valiant. Yeah, they don't actually have a model yet. Tushan does not have a model. I imagine the Salamanders would probably get back. I'd imagine they might also get some cool squads and hopefully their own codex. I think that would be cool. And like a book or something. I'm hoping what they do is to bring back Vulcan for them. For Black Templars, I'm actually not got much hope for them. I'm just like, if we get a Terminator Marshal, that would be cool. But that's like for World Eaters, all they got was an exalted 8-bound effective. They just got some cool dude, right? Some cool character. Same with the Death Guard. Maybe we'll get a unit, and I really do hope if we do get a unit, that'll be 40k Breacher teams. Because I would love them. Actually, I think I would prefer 40k Breacher teams came as a kill team. for any Space Marine chapter. And perhaps you had a Chaos version too. Oh, maybe if we could come with all the keywords and both Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines could use them, that would be cool. We finally found the engine of roads. It was a smart car. I think he's the one that beat up a Marine for the Marines Maleficent chapter after they used some civilians as a bait in an arc attack. Ooh. I remember hearing that story. Salamanders are cool. Marines Malevolent are not cool at all. And Black Templar are not as bad as the Marines Malevolent, no matter what anyone says. Some Black Templar are, a lot of Black Templars aren't. Like Ramaldus, he's a good boy. He's nice to people. Or some people anyway. He respects guardsmen. Like Yarrit. He has a guardsman best friend. Okay, I'm going to put some battle damage on this thing here. Yeah. Make it look like it's been shot up. Because if a handle came off, it must have been shot up from this angle quite heavily. Have you listened to any of the audiobooks? I've not listened to any of the audiobooks. I kind of want to, I just can't get over the price of them. Dean Prince and Peyton is kicking your butt so hard, I'm turning into a loyalist. Oh no. I mean, oh good. Yay, loyalists. I'm not looking forward to painting my own Demon Prince when it arrives, though. And it's got to be a World Eaters one, so at least a colour scheme should be easy. Who loyalists get? No, don't get the loyalists out. Loyalists are the best. Black Templar are the best.
World Eater's color scheme equals 50 shades of red.
Yes. It is true. It is true. Oh, I know. There's what's it called? In the in the Thousand Sons army, there's these 3 exalted wizards or something, sorcerers. I'm thinking about buying that kit and using it as the sergeants of squads, and then the sorcerer lord for the army. Wait, which army is this for? My Night Lord army? I'm thinking about not putting noise marines in it and instead just making 1,000 points of Tzeentch worshipping Night Lords. And I'm going to, as a result, I'd put them in the Fanatic Cult, give them all Mark of Tzeentch. Although it wouldn't be very good on Nemesis Claws because they're close combat rather than shoot to. Actually, I'm really not happy about the marks of marks in general. I wish your marks were more like they used to be, where it's like if you had Khorne, you got +1 attack. If you had Nurgle, you got Feel No Pain, or +1 toughness. If you had Slaanesh, you got +1 initiative. I don't know how they'll do it now. And if you had Tzeentch, you got a 5+ invulnerable save. Now you just got all these things about it basically gives you a crit of 5+ on your melee or shooting attacks, depending on which Dark Pact you have, if you did a Dark Pact that turn and was successful. It's like, oh goodness. That's a lot of criteria. Slaanesh mark was... Ooh. They changed the marks again afterwards. I'm pretty sure it used to be +1 initiative when I was playing. Slaanesh's mark is if you go with sustained hits, if you do a Dark Pact and pass your leadership test, and you choose the sustained hits option, and that means you will get a critical attacks of 5+ in melee. Which isn't too bad, like being able to crit hit and get sustained hits on a 5+ is pretty great. With any units. Well, that's also Slaanesh, obviously. Tzeentch is similar, but it's only on shooting. You get a crit of a 5+, and it's only if you choose lethal hits from your Dark Pacts. You combine it with a stratagem that allows you to take both options, then it's even better, because then you get the lethal hits, and you get the sustained hits, and you got 5+. Yeah. Nurgle you only get the thing if you choose sustained. Tzeentch you only get it if you choose lethal. Khorne you only get it if you choose lethal. And Slaanesh you only get it if you choose sustained. So it's very, very limiting a bonus that you get from choosing the Fanatic Cults and going after marks. Also means that for some crazy reason you can't make a shooty Slaanesh army. It's like, yes, the chapter that's famous for noise marines and being one of the best shooty armies is not allowed to be shooty. Pack-bound sealants, that's it. Pack-bound sealants, that's it. I don't know, I make up my own names of things. I mean, a sealer is just a fanatic cultist. Yeah, it's a very silly. Such a limits on everything. Honestly, not a fan. I feel like the Chaos detachments, though, do need a bit of a rework. The Night Lord specific one kind of sucks because of how useless Battle Shock is. And not only that, it's incredibly limited. Like, here's a bunch of limits because, you know, Battle Shock is way overpowered. And it's like, actually, no, Battle Shock is kind of terrible. And it's like, okay, we put a bunch of limits on it anyway. It's like, okay, thank you. Night Lords in general are useless, so that's not. Are you just gonna hate on anything I like? I mean, okay, Night Lords, no. Curse is kind of useless. Night Lords aren't all useless. It's mostly just Curse, a Primarch being a stupid idiot who no one likes. Not even the Night Lords. Curse is dead, yeah, because it's stupid and useless. Night Lords are criminal scum turned into police. So you mean to police? Agreed, but Curse still has some coolness to him. That's because it's based on Dracula. That instantly improves anyone's cool factor by 20%. It's what happens if you combine Dracula with My Chemical Romance. Meanwhile, the Raven dude is what you get if you listen to 3 Days Grace and Evanescence. Hi, Bob the Innkeeper. So he's just a way cooler person. Na 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 na. Okay, My Chemical Romance isn't bad. So just gotta get, like, mainly because they got the song that goes na 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 na. I mean, if you got a song that goes like that, you can't be all bad. What's one head? No heads left here. Oh, the head's left there. Oh, I'm running out of heads. Spare heads. So I looked up in Knife, Marks the Slanesh was +1 to hit in melee and fights first. Ooh, goodness, that's really good. In our moment, Pact Bound Sealets isn't terrible. Like, if you've got a shoot to unit, then being able to crit hits on fires with lethal hits is pretty decent. And if you've got a combat unit getting sustained hits is not too shabby. The entire thing is, it just feels weird, you know? Because it's like, why does Sinch get lethal hits and Nurgle get sustained hits? Like, the Death Guard's entire thing is everybody gets lethal hits. So surely you should be encouraging the Nurgle marks to go after lethal hits. Nine's fight first was so confident. Con was if charged or charged heroic plus 1 strength and plus 1 AP. Ooh, that's cool. Now it's called as fights first. And plus 1 to hit. But yeah. I feel like pack-bound sealants needs to be reworked. So does the Night Lord. I can't remember what it's even called. The Terror Detachment. But that's like Night Lord. Very clearly meant to be for the Night Lords. That one also needs reworking heavily. These was improved range AP by 1 and can change the first failed saves damage to 0. Ooh. Well, Renegade Raid. Yeah, Renegade Raider seems good. I mean, as I said, pack-bound sealants isn't terrible. It just doesn't feel like proper marks of chaos. And it's just so weird. Why is the Death Guard Codex everyone gets lethal hits because of Nurgle? But as soon as you go into it, encourages you to go after sustained, not lethal. Once you do the pack-bound sealants and go after a mark of Nurgle. The entire thing just sucks. I always thought that because Curse's split personality, half his legion should have remained loyal to the Imperium, and the other half following him to become traitors. Didn't a lot of Night Lords stay loyal, though? I might be wrong in that estimate, but I thought they did. It's the purpose of splitting lethal and sustain hit between ranged and melee. It makes more sense for Siege to be lethal, Siege is guiding his shots to be more accurate as potent. Oh, don't know. I think it can make a great case of just random shots appearing from nowhere with Siege. You know? Oh goodness. I dropped a piece on the floor. Got it. Well, I just don't know in general. I'd much rather marks just give you a permanent boost. You know? Maybe that's just me being silly, though. Oh, guys, I found some cool mods for Total War Warhammer 3. One of them starts you at tier 4 settlements, except your minor settlements start at tier 3. Any starting buildings you have start at max or up to tier 4. And And that's not just for you, but it's for every single settlement of a map, including AI. And everyone, including AI, gets a boosted income so you can start building some of the buildings. And it's really, really cool. And I think it'll be really good for streams because one of the things that I struggle with is, especially when it comes to like looking at a faction we've never played before. I always want to check out like the coolest units, but it takes many, many streams to unlock all of the units. Or it takes a long time to unlock everything. So I think it'll be cool to start with the like those things unlocked quite quickly. And game's still relatively balanced since everybody is at the same level. And it also means that, you know, like if you ended up like having to loot or anything, you're putting yourself in a weaker position because you're downgrading settlements that otherwise would have been pretty tough. Would have, like when everyone has tier 3 and 4 settlements and you're downgrading them to tier 2 by looting or even just straight up destroying a settlement, you're instantly putting yourself in a weaker position. There we go. New dude. Pew pew pew, he's shooting down at you because you damaged his bike. Now kiss. Kiss. Other mod I found is something called dynamic garrisons, which makes your basic garrison weaker, but it means most buildings now at least at tier 3 will give you some sort of extra garrison. Oh no, it's not called dynamic garrisons. The one I got actually instead is it gives you unique garrisons. So every single, not just faction, but every single like character, or these playable characters, will have their own unique way of building their garrison up. So I'm trying to think how things would do. Oh yeah, like Skaven, Clan Pestilence would mostly use Plague Monks and stuff in their garrisons, while Clan Scryer will try using like more gun units, and Clan Eshin will try using things like Night Runners in their garrisons. But it also has a thing of each building you have also can potentially give you an extra bit of garrison. I thought, oh, that's really cool. It makes going through the entire game a lot nicer because you're not just facing the same units over and over and over again. No, I'm not going after race mods at the moment, or ones that like heavily alter or add factions in, because they're the least compatible with updates. These ones can be put into, well, these ones generally are very compatible with games. I have yet to play Total War. Oh, if you ever get a chance, Warhammer Total War 2 and 3 are both great, and I say Rome Remastered is also pretty great. Other Total Wars I can't really comment on since I've not really played them properly, if at all. Ooh, so we got 3 pirates at the moment. Ooh, wait a minute. Where's my Xenos box? One of these boxes is full of Xenos. Spare parts. Xenos spare parts. Spare Eldar heads. Ooh, Eldar chainsword. Eldar pistols. Eldar Mohawk. Ooh, little hair puff. And any other Eldar heads I want to use here. Besides basic Guardian heads. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I like that head. Let's go with it. Yeah. What else can I do? Space Marines. Do you think they'll actually release a 40k Total War? Because I still don't know what to think about the idea of a 40k Total War. I guess if you do it on a normal planet, where there's Guardsmen and Space Marines fighting on a tomb world while orcs are invading and Tyranids just happen to pop by, and the Eldar, it's an old Eldar world. So it's an old Eldar world, so it has portals on it, but before then it was a tomb world, and the Necrons are now rising. You'd have Eldar, humans, and Necrons fighting over it. Potentially by putting Ynnari there, or doing for Ynnari cult, you could get the Dark Elder to join in too, and the Harlequins. If there's a Tyranid invasion occurring at the same time, which is why everything kicked off, that could explain a lot. And if there's which means there could be a Gene Stealer cult already on the planet, and perhaps Chaos also appears because, you know, they want to get involved. The issue is, they replace the world map with a sector map. I don't know how you'd do battles. Like, just, you know, generic battles that aren't sieges. Hi, Kill. Without them or just becoming like, you know, deal right now where everyone doesn't really like the idea that you have a ship where you got two boats out at sea and then you fight one another and it just becomes a battle on an island. I feel like that's what it would become if you just have it as a sector map. The closest I can think of is you have a system map. And each continent is, if you have a system map and each continent, like in each continent, what you have in Total War at the moment, you know, Warhammer, is instead a planet. And if you want to get from one planet to another, that replaces the ocean. So I said you need to make a sector overworld map. Different planets are different types of battlefields. Battles in void space are just fleet battles. I need to make fleets as well as for armies to carry. Why don't you just make Stellaris? What do you mean, worked for Paradox? Yeah, and Stellaris 40k. But one thing I'd say about that is it goes massively off from what CA has been comfortably making for the entire time of existence. Like, CA doesn't make that type of game though. They don't make Stellaris, they make fair stuff. It's... I'd imagine it have to be more like Dawn of War. So it'll be all on a planet, all on a single planet. It also depends on if they want to give them for Battlefleet Gothic IP, as in Games Workshop, or give them access to it. Which might be a point of contention since it's already for Battlefield Gothic game series. In which case, that might not be possible. But if they do give them the access to the IP, then yeah, it'll probably would have something. With a sector overworld map. But then you just risk making it all space battles instead. Which is why I think having a system map might work. Where if you zoom out, maybe if you zoom out on your map enough, it would give you access to, you'd be able to see other planets. But there would only be like maybe 3 planets that you're fighting over. And each one has a number of cities on it. I'd imagine they'd also have to make it like they made Fantasy Total War, in which they didn't have every single race in the first game. They only had one race. Well, not one race, they only had a handful of races at first. And then they added the other races in DLC. Then with 2, they added more in. And then 3, you got basically almost everybody else. So imagine the first game would probably be... I don't know what it would be. I imagine they'd have Necrons. I imagine it would almost definitely be on a Tomb World. I imagine Eldar... No, maybe not Eldar. Maybe Tau would be one of the races, because Tau are apparently very popular. Actually, yeah, Tau are one of the more popular factions in 40k, especially amongst Xenos. So imagine Tau and Orcs might be the other 2 ones, because when they released Fantasy, it was Orcs, Empire, Betonia, and who else was in it? I can't remember what other races were in the first one. I never played the first one. I only really really looked at it heavily once the second game was already out. But I don't think elves, you know, elves weren't in for first one because of that came with number 2. Lizardmen weren't in for first one. They came with number 2. Oh, Tomb Kings I think were in for first one, weren't they? Chaos was definitely in for second. Don't know if it was in for first. I think Narskins might have been in for first game. Yeah, they were in for first game, weren't they, Narskins? Beastmen were probably in for first game. What races do you think would be in for first game? Space Marines and Imperial Guardsmen or Astra Militarum would have to be in for first 40k Total War. There's no way they're not doing that. Thematically, AdMech themed Necrons could be fun. But we already have 40k XCOM for that. Oh. Demons as well, but that's just my bias speaking. I imagine they'd actually want to do demons, as in CA would want to add chaos in, because they already have all the assets for them. Like most of the assets at the very least. They have soul grinders. They have Khorne's Skull Taker cannons. They could just take all the 40k demons and just throw them in. So I'd imagine they'd want to do that. I'd imagine they'd also want to add Rough Riders into the game because it would be one of the easiest things for them to do. In terms of just taking old assets and changing them up. So I actually think, yeah, demons would probably in the game. But I'd also imagine that CA and Sega would see it as an opportunity to get extra money out of it by adding it as a DLC. It'll be very easy to make DLC comparatively to other ones, and they could almost guarantee selling it. So I think it could potentially be one of the first DLC for release would just be demons. If you had Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines would be added, so they could palette swap them to save death costs. Oh, they wouldn't palette swap them though. I don't think. Games Workshop would definitely want them to make proper models for them. And that's not going to be just as simple as a palette swap. In fact, Games Workshop would definitely want them to make Primaris Space Marines and Firstborn Chaos Marines. So they would be very different. They would have different helmets. There would be... Chaos is obviously way more spikier and decorated. I don't know what Space Marine chapter they would go for. Since they do like the idea of legendary lords, I'd imagine they'd almost definitely want to put things like Guilliman into the game. At the very least, like chapter masters. So I imagine Guilliman or Ultramarines or Dark Angels could be one of the... Could be the main Space Marine chapter they do. I imagine Lord Solar would be the Imperial Commander as well for the what's it called? Astra Militarum. And I imagine that you'd have multiple regiments of Astra Militarum, each with their own lord, that is acting separately from Lord Solar. And as a result, your entire thing is trying to merge them into your own army and trying to gain full command of them all, personally. Hi, Severin. I mean, hi back. I mean, I guess Chaos Space Marines would be relatively easy if you'd have us both be using the same basic model and skeleton and animations, I'd imagine, for lots of it. So imagine making Chaos Space Marines would be relatively easy. Nope, doesn't count. It counts. Because I said so. But yeah, Guardsmen. But Space Marines would be harder to do, though. Like, how could you have the Space Marines acting separately to one another? I guess you could do a story of, like, 2 chapters of Dark Angels, not 2 chapters, 2 company of Dark Angels have already arrived on the planet to fight the menace. But there's been a disagreement between the 2 commanders. Or maybe it would be like a successor chapter of the Dark Angels would be one of the Dark Angels. So you'd have like 3 different successors of the Dark Angels would each send their own company of Marines or have come down. And then, what's his name? The Lion would come in and be like, hey, I'm taking command here. And he has to confederate them all. I guess that could work. Dark Angels are too coordinated to be rivals. Maybe. Although that being said, they don't trust the Primaris Marines very well. So it's very likely that if you had successor chapters of Primaris successor chapters of Dark Angels, it wouldn't actually be that coordinated. Especially since there's already been some rumours of difficulty with, you know, the Primarch returning. And the Dark Angels being a bit like, what? Primarch? So, I don't know. Maybe we could have some rivalry there. I can imagine at least more rivalry between the successors and the current and the Dark Angels than with the Ultramarines. Like, it's very hard to think that Ultramarines would have any rivalry, and Guilliman especially would have any difficulty confederating other Ultramarines. Oh no, Ultramarine successor chapters. But it's much easier to imagine Lionel Johnson struggling. That's my personal thought. I mean, it could be Black Templars and Hellbrecht. I guess Black Templars already being on the planet and Hellbrecht being for one to try and organize them into a single unified force would make a lot more sense. You could have Space Wolves and Dark Angels and Dante turning up to take command. Maybe. I guess if you want multiple legendary characters for Space Marines, yeah. I'm just thinking, but I can't imagine them being confederated by the... I can't imagine Dante doing a confederation of the Space Wolves. Maybe a vassalization equivalent. I think it would work a lot better with, like, maybe if you do have space, maybe both Dark Angels and, like, Blood Angels would both be fair, right? But both of them also have successor chapters fair, and you have to confederate your successor chapters. But then you have to ally with the other Dark Angels or Blood Angels or kill them to win the game. Oh no. I can certainly imagine Astra Militarum factions being extremely disorganized. And your main character having to be the one to, you know, confederate them all into a single fighting force. Chaos would be very easy to imagine for different Chaos factions, you know, being confederated by one another. Maybe I'd have Abaddon lead it all. Or Fabius Bile. No, not Fabius Bile. Herman Blackhawk could actually be a very good leader for the Chaos. I think I've seen in lore, usually its chapters work together if they decided who is an overall command at the start of a conflict. Yeah, but I don't see that as a confederation. I see that as more of a military alliance, to be honest. If we're going by total war terms. Because in that case, Lord Solar would be confederated by the whoever's in overall command. In fact, Lord Solar might be in overall command, even if there are Space Marines there, because he is respected enough by them. It's like in Armageddon, it was Hellbretch, I think, was in charge in space, but I think Yavik was in charge of the ground forces. And it's like, even the Space Marines had to give respect to him. So, at a guess, I'd imagine that different Space Marine chapters would Space Marine chapters. Different ones of with different founders would be... Space Marine chapters of different Primarchs would act as separate factions that can't be confederated into one another, I'd imagine. Yavik held ground command because he'd done it before, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think there's been a situation for where Lord Solar's taken command of, do you know, a situation? Like, I know that Gulliman was in charge of a crusade, but I think was like Lord Solar's taken charge of ground campaigns with Space Marines involved, and the Space Marines had to take lessons from him. There's been multiple other times Imperial commanders have been given charge, even when Space Marines have been around. Oh. Oh yeah, I've also think of the heresy of multiple characters, including custodians, who all admitted that the person in charge should actually just be a normal human admiral. But like, technically you're in charge right now. It's like, what? Admech could be cool. I'm not sure Games Workshop would. Games Workshop seems to not be putting much effort into the Admech these days, at least the 40k side of them. So I don't know if they'd be considered an important faction to be added in the first game. I think, yeah. So I'm not entirely sure. Oops. Forgot to put the little feet things in. The little feet vests. It probably could happen as a DLC or something. Yeah, I think AdMex could definitely eventually come in as a DLC. I just don't think they would be as one of the starting options. Well, I guess it depends. They might want to put less popular chapters as the starting chapter. Not chapter, one of the least popular armies as the starting factions. Because then you'd sell the more popular factions as DLC, wouldn't you? So you'd have two really cool chapters that bring people in, not chapters, factions that bring people in. And then the rest would be the less popular factions. So maybe Dark Eldar could be one. I guess Dark Eldar wouldn't be the hardest to make either, since they do share a lot of attributes with the Dark Elves. Like, you could literally just make witches by using the witches of the Dark Elves and giving them pistols. And a bit of a colour scheme revamp, just make them a bit more colourful. And I guess it could maybe lead to model sales on top of those said lesser known factions. Yeah, I guess so. Would make a lot of sense to me. So that would mean AdMech. You'd also have to think about the story. If the story is it's taking place on one planet, then you'd almost, and you want to add Necrons in eventually, then you'd almost definitely want to add in the idea that first Eldar gateways already on the planet, which if you put Dark Eldar as one of the starting races, then that's what they'd make use of. And then you'd also want to show that it was an old tomb world. So you'd probably have Necrons as a starting race. So then you'd have AdMech versus Necrons versus Dark Eldar with a Space Marine chapter and some guardsmen led by Lord Solar. I imagine if they add Lord Solar in, they'd want to give him some fans makeover. Because at the moment, Fans is incredibly popular, in part because he was he's a cover character for the main player. Like, I think most people play as Fans, at least it used to be. So maybe since Lord Solar isn't as popular as they wanted him to be, if they make him the main guy you're meant to play as, they could be hoping that people will be like, oh my goodness, Lord Solar! Solar, the cool dude! In which case, maybe Space Marines wouldn't be in the start of the game. You could have a Dune Stealer cult as a starter race and add Tyranids as DLC. Oh yeah, that would be good. I would be started from step 0. If I knew programming, I'd try to make something like silly idea of Total War 40k just to see if... I think someone's already done that with Rome or medieval Total War. It's definitely possible. I mean, for Skaven and Empire at the moment definitely show it's possible. Orcs could be a good race to add in as either DLC or starting race, because they'd use a lot of the same models that normal orcs do in fantasy. There'll be a lot less work. Ooh. Yeah. Orcs would be a cool race to add in. Yeah, I think Orcs would be another good race to add in for as DLC. Actually, maybe no, they would be. Now, Orcs are incredibly popular, so they'll definitely be a good race to sell as a DLC or as a starting race for another game. Or like the second in the game series. So you'd have Astra Militarum, Space Marines, Dark Eldar, Dean Stealer Cults, Necrons, and then Chaos Space Marines, Admech, and Chaos Guardsmen. I think those would be a starting races. 8 starting races. Then DLC would include Tyranids, wait. Orcs, Demons, Tyranids. Yeah, that's it. Maybe actually Chaos Space Marines could also be a DLC. And they just have Chaos Guardsmen in the first game normally. Second game would introduce Eldar. And World Eaters. Eldar, World Eaters, Death Guard, Thousand Suns, and so on. That will be the second game. I'd have to imagine. But yeah. Okay, it's currently 7:30. So I need to say right now, website time. No, I'm joking. No website time. No website time. It's very warm. I'm a bit tired. I know I only got 4 for... Actually, wait a minute. I need to show you for bikes. Here's this dude. Hopefully, can you see him? Oh gosh, get my gloves are getting caught in stuff. Here's this dude. He's like, oh. Head pats. Thank you, head pats. No. Looks nice. Yeah. Just giving my guardian a head gives him so much more thing. Then we got this person who, look, thank you for the head. Cuptle, share. Yeah, this guy, oh gosh, his bike has suffered a lot of damage. It's been shot up, corners been smashed in, been shot up under there. He's lost the handlebar. That's because I broke the handlebar when putting it together. And he's shooting down at you with his pistol. This guy's got his sword ready. And you know he's not got a helmet on because he's cool. He hopes not wearing a helmet will help him. And this guy's got a scatter laser and a pistol and a Dark Elder helmet. And they've all got the things at the back raised because they're ready to stab you with them. Stab, 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 stab. Sorry about the low frame rate today. I'm going to have to look up the entire thing. Maybe I'll look up low shutter speed on an InSwan. But anyway. If you not like the stream, please like the stream because it really helps me out. And is there anyone live right now? I'm not sure I want to raid because I don't really want to stay around in people's streams. Nah, I can't be bothered raiding. I'm sorry. Skibbity bike. Skibbity bike. The tabby bike. Stabby bike. Stabby bike. Yuck. I'm sorry. Okay, tomorrow is a day off I'm taking. Friday is going to be a long stream. All day. 11 British summer time to 6 p.m. British summer time. So, we're probably going to do a new campaign, actually. I don't think we're going to continue our Siege campaign. I'm going to look out for more mods and stuff to download for Warhammer Total War. Then Space Marine is this weekend on Saturday. I'm going back to painting on Sunday. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be up to painting. I'm trying to get my mental health and my physical health up to scratch again. Need to get back to exercising. Oh no, your bird, my bird! I mean, we can do it. We can do Siege campaigns if that's what people want. Maybe on tomorrow I'll get a poll up and ask people what they want to do on the stream. Yuck. If you just want to do more Siege campaigns, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I just thought maybe people will be a bit bored of it now. I guess we're still not seeing like the biggest, best stuff he's got. Dark Elves, if new one. We could go Dark Elves. We've also not played Slaanesh. And we've not done Lizardman campaigns for a long time. What else do we have going on? We've done Kislev now a couple of times. We did Cafe once, so that was a very long campaign. We've also not got a chance to fully play Nurgle. We ended up starting a stream multiple times because each time I played was an update after the first stream that broke my saves and corrupted them. Oh no, options! Okay, I'll add 4 options the next time. I'll add continue the Kairos campaign, go back to Nurgle, try Dark Elves, or do a Slaanesh campaign. That's what we'll do. We've technically never done a Khorne campaign either. Instead, we played the Warriors of Chaos Khorne character. Random! We could do random campaign. We do have a random option in Total War. What am I doing? What you done to Real Cupcake? I am Real Cupcake. Yuck. But thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day. That you enjoy yourselves. That you take care of yourselves and be kind to others and vice versa. Remember, you really need to be kind to others in this world at the moment. Yeah. And also, you know, work hard, play harder, eat good food, sleep well, but dream of cupcakes, But don't eat cupcakes, because cupcakes are friends, not food. Yuck. Remember, I love you all. Bye-bye. Hi and bye, Sky Cow. Hi and bye. You. Ah. Hello.